Second game today for these two, the returning undead legend TeD and possibly the best human in the world right now, Chaemiko, meeting here in the lower bracket of Smile Cup 3, Group D. Elimination time now. Whoever loses this series is going to be out of the tournament. And... uh-oh. My stream is stuttering. No! Do you? Don't leave me now. Alright, seems to be working now. Chaemiko in the bottom left in the red, TeD in the top right in the blue, playing his patented TeD Fiend build order. He was the one to come up with it. Play DK, 3 ghouls, fast tech into Fiends, which is the standard in Human Mirror. Has been for a long time. Also against Orc. And we'll see how this goes. I was expecting more of a cheesy expansion play by TeD, but not yet. Perhaps in the later maps, we'll see. Starting off with the normal green camp first. Chaemiko gonna scout here and see that indeed everything is looking normal. And that might surprise him. Earlier against Lawlight, TeD was being quite cheeky with an aggressive Necropolis in Game 1 and with a Dreadlord expansion in Game 2. Judging from the graveyard placement, by the way, it seems like TeD hasn't worked out his base build perfectly. That's a whoops, damn, I don't have space for my graveyard placement. I've seen that before. From myself and others. Chaemiko going with a big creep first with the 2 scars. Fast level 2 for him. Picking up 2 items right away. One of Mana Steal is actually really good early game against the DK. Draining him of 100 mana is a big deal. And Chaemiko gonna take this expansion really safe and really slow. Orange, green, green into Expo. TeD waking up the creeps, triggering a bit of bloodlust, trying to make this more difficult for Chaemiko. Is he perhaps not expanding? Is he playing one base? The meta is certainly fast expansion for humans nowadays in this matchup. Oh, but he is teching. Wow. One base play by Chaemiko. That is definitely not the norm. It is considered that in one base, Undead is greatly favored when playing this build. The TeD Fiend build transitions really strongly into the late game. With being able to build a big Fiend army with statues, destroyers, with a fast tech. If the Undead plays Ghoul opening, it's a lot different, because the Ghouls will fall off heavily in the late game. But the Fiends don't. Fiends are always good. The DK gets the last hit on the Skelly, but still no level 2. One of Mana Stealing also being used. The AM has so much mana. You can just keep spamming these Water Elementals. Oh, and he drains the DK again. TeD really wants this last hit to get his level 2. And I think Chaemiko knows that. But he's out taking quite some damage here. Archmage is full mana. Oh my god, ensnaring the Fiend. Oh goodness. Lightning Shield as well, and the first Fiend goes down. Ooh, disastrous early game for TeD. This is about as bad as it gets. Rushing tier 3 are both players. Helly second. Shout out to Zact, who predicted Paladin. What the hell? How did you know he was playing Pally? I've not seen that before. The DK is still level 1. Jesus. This game is an exercise in suffering for TeD. Lagu. God damn it. Sorry about that. Finally level 2 on the DK, which changes everything. The aura is a huge difference maker. And the Pally now creeping the natural, trying to get level 2 there right away. So the question is he going to play rifles or knights? Those are the two options, basically. Both are playable. I think rifles are stronger though on one base. But we don't see any rifles yet, so that certainly leads me to believe that it's gonna be knights, I guess. Wait a minute. Is he playing the Mr. Winner strat with knights and griffins? One base? Nope. Priests are coming. And I think also rifles. Quite the unusual game. But now finally TeD has the Lich, has the Orb, and with that can creep very quickly. Has a bit of map control here now. Oh my god, did you see that last hit? Archmage trying to annoy as much as he can here. Buy space. Ooh, nice deny. And the Paladin just creeping up in the meantime as much as he can. The cool thing about playing Pally second and MK third is... Oh, well, that you can save your units, for example. The thing is, the Paladin, to be effective, to be really effective, he needs level 3. Mountain King, even level 1, is okay with Stormbolt, because the level 1 Stormbolt still lasts 5 seconds. Does less damage, of course. Once there's level 3 Paladin and Mountain King and Orb of Fire and Inner Fire and a lot of rifles, then Chaemiko is strong. But it takes a long time to finally get to that stage. Once again, TeD playing without Frost Armor, which is more forgivable here, I would say, without there being any knights. But still, ideally you want to try to have it, because you can see the target fire is starting to add up quite nicely. Level 1 coil against Orb of Fire hardly does any healing. So now, both players losing quite a few units. DK about to hit level 3. But more fiends are going down. That's 3 fiends dying. That's rough. But also, a lot of rifles are going down, and that is skeletons being raised. One knight coming in. I like that. Oh, come on. Bro, why is the stream lagging? Come on, stream. You've been good to us for this whole week. Don't stop now. MK's gonna die, though, with a coil. Takes it out. If it's only level 1, he's gonna be back in no time. AM level 4, that's a big level. Oh my god, look at that damage with these fiends. Look at that damage! Fiends dying really quick. Ideally, in this kind of a state in the game, you want to be DK level 4. And with that level 2 aura, it's much easier to keep the fiends alive. But this has just been a bloody exchange between the two. Both losing a lot of units, but I think it favors Chaemiko. MK's going to be back in no time. Archmage got the important level 4, and the Paladin should be very close now to level 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
What you need against this, of course, as undead, is Banshees. TeD, upon occasion in the past, used to be quite fond of Banshees. But he's got 3 statues now, so it should be a destroyer coming as well. Yeah. This game largely comes down to the early game. It was just so catastrophic. that TeD is still in a bad position here now. Is he expanding? He is! Wow. TeD expanding on like 40 supply. And Chaemiko might be expanding here as well, up in the north. Would love to see him pull away the Archmage. He's soaking up a lot of experience. Alright, dude. What the hell is going on here? Sometimes you have to switch this thing that helps, maybe. TeD catches the rifle. This is a nice attack. This is going to force the opponent back. And also could lead to a lot of economic damage while expanding in the meantime. Chaemiko doesn't want to have to TP. He's running back, which means... No, now he's TPing. Okay. Ooh, it's a lot of peasants dying. TeD gonna TP out, losing one fiend. Oh, oof. Let's lose the fiend. Ooh, baby. Does he still have enough gold to finish this power build? It's kind of close. That was a very good attack by TeD. That puts him back in the game. But if Chaemiko has enough time to establish the expansion and get up to like 70 supply or something, he's gonna have a very strong army. There's not much anti-air at the moment, by the way. So destroyers could be quite scary. Chaemiko still trying to recover from this damage to the economy. DK now level 4. That's a big deal. Should go aura. The thing is, he still doesn't have frost armor, right? I think that's a big mistake by TeD. I think that's the biggest mistake throughout the entire day. He's playing it old school with Dark Ritual, but frost armor is just so much better. Chaemiko attacking the expansion, but he has basically no anti-air, so I think this should be an easy fight for TeD. Chaemiko may have to TP out of this quickly. Not using the Holy Light. A bit weird. Alright, there it is. Maybe trying to save it for the Knights or something. But these Fiends are just getting absolutely slaughtered. Again, no Frost Armor. Fiends getting completely demolished. But the Destroyers cannot be dealt with. Chaemiko needs a workshop for Gyros. Oh, this is painful to watch as an undead. With Frost Armor, this would be such an easy fight for TeD. I guess he still kind of wins the fight. But it could have been better for him. Ancient Django, by the way, is super nice. Extremely good for Chaemiko. Normally in the late game you have a big problem against undead since your move speed is so much lower. But with the aura, it's a bit better. Lumber also very low here for Chaemiko. Again, the peasants that went down really hurting him. Oh, but there's no more mining for TeD. He actually lost all the acolytes. And he lost the Necro. Stuck at 51 supply. Shout out to TeD. TeD again trying to go for the base attack. That was quite successful earlier. Why not do it again? Hey? The priest's quite eager to get a piece of the action here. TeD could park the A-bomb there in the wall. That would be pretty sick. So that Chaemiko can't get in. Alright, this time it wasn't as brutal. It was like 3 peasants going down. Not like 10. Finally, Disease Cloud is going to be researched. The Stinky Stink, of course, very strong against Human. And against Night Elf. That Knight would be a juicy snack if you can get it. Yep. Paladin not quite arriving in time for the Holy Light. And the Skellies plus Dark Ritual, it is a nice combo. That's certainly true. It's really good mana sustain for the Lich. But Frost Armor is still much, much better. So what TeD needs is level 4 Lich to finally get Frost Armor. I wonder, I'm not sure how close he is. $57 supply for the undead. Finally saturating the expansion again, making a narrow tower there as well. Seems like he's got the bigger army, maybe. It's pretty evenly sized army, I guess. But it's not too many rifles to fight against these destroyers. Tower gonna be taken out easily, and then it's open season against these peasants again. TeD could just kill some more peasants here and TP out. He doesn't have to take this fight, but he can try to. Focusing on the Dark Ranger right away. And again, no Frost Armor, but also not too many Knights anymore. The Knights went down pretty quickly. Because Chaemiko also remaking rifles in the meantime because he wants to have anti-air. Quite a few rifles are going down. But the mana is favoring the human. DK not much mana left anymore. The coils are running out. The Paladin has quite a few more Holy Lights to spam. And the Archmage also, lots of mana still left on him. Staying in the middle of everything. The Lich in focus fire in trouble. Oh! And he goes down. Did he not have an invul potion? Seems like he didn't. The invul was on the DK. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Invul on the DK. Crucial error that Chaemiko finds and exploits. This could have been a winnable game for TeD. So much of this game comes down to the Frost Armor choice, man. He finally does have Frost Armor now. The Lich did get level 4 there shortly before he fell. And that's again a lot of damage towards the economy. All the Acolytes going to be taken out. I'm not sure if TeD has the firepower here to force Chaemiko away. Focus fire on the Archmage is always a good possibility to force him to TP out. But Chaemiko's fine to TP out. He knows he took out all the Acolytes. That's a lot of damage he was able to inflict. He can heal up now with the Regen Scroll. And the AM level 5 is also really good. Whether it's Water Elementals or Brilliance Aura. Both are super good. Wait a minute. Does he have level 2 Dark Ritual? Oh my god, I hope not. Oh my god, he does. He still doesn't have Frost Armor. Oh, TeD. Bro. Frost Armor is one of the best spells in the game, man. Well, he's still finding some kills here, though. But he's also losing quite a few units. And the human hero is super strong now. Level 5, 4, 3. I think it's level 2 aura on the Pally as well. And Chaemiko is starting to take more and more control in this game. Great game by Chaemiko. The early game was absolutely impeccable. In the mid game, he kind of fell behind with that economic damage that he took. With a strong run by TeD. But now, 60 supply and super strong heroes. The Dark Ranger at this point in the game is pretty damn weak. Because her silence just gets dispelled anyways. And the Skellies don't have the hugest impact in this kind of against this kind of an army. MK in trouble though. Holy Light comes in. This Pally level 4. A great support unit. With the aura and the heal. DK fully surrounded. Invul transferred. He will survive. Even gets to level 5. Might have to go into Death Pact here. Focusing now on the Paladin. But he's got the cloak. Still has the cloak in this late game. Pretty cool. To save himself into the shadows. And with Inner Fire he's really tanky. But might be going down. Oh, indeed he does. Paladin does fall. Didn't go for Divine Shield. That one perhaps a bit greedy. On level 4, going Divine Shield may have been the better idea. But still, Chaemiko has such a big lead. He should easily have the gold necessary to go for the Tavern Revive. But TeD holding at the expansion for now. Not bad. Disease Cloud is ticking. In this chase kind of a situation, This is where Dark Ritual is super good. Keep on eating skellies, get more mana. But in the big battle, when you don't have the Frost Armor to protect you, that's where the downside really hits you. It is level 3 Brilliance Aura, by the way, so it's a ton of mana regen on the human side. More Destroyers being morphed, and the anti-air still isn't that abundant, I think. Paladin eats the Coil Nova. Dude, I love that he keeps the cloak in the late game, that's super cool. He's got an invul now as well. These water elementals are easily taken out. Paladin, with the invul potion, will survive. The Dark Ranger in trouble. Coil finds her. But oh my god, she's taking so much damage. Archmage getting focused next by the level 2. Holy Light is so good. Use the Holy Light. And back into the realm of the shadows. And now these are the death throes of TeD. No way to win this anymore. He's getting slaughtered by these Knights and Rifles. Inner Fire, triple hero. Chaemiko has come fully online. And wins the first map. But it was a pretty even game. TeD was able to make that quite competitive in the late game. I was very worried after that early game. That early game was a complete disaster. It was so bad. So, quite impressive that he fought his way back. Most importantly, with that run-by against the peasants. But Chaemiko does win it in the end. Gotta say, I'm kind of surprised he went for this one-base play. He's really good in playing fast expo against DK standard. But he didn't want to. He wanted to play the one base, which I think made things for him a bit more difficult than necessary. But the win was still his. Is this the TeD who made the TeD Fiends build a staple? Yes, it is indeed. TeD invented that build, and TeD was the only super high level competitive Warcraft 3 undead player for a long time. Like from 2007 until 2013, TeD was the only undead who was capable of winning tournaments. Other than that, it was a hopeless endeavor for basically everyone else until 1-0 came and took undead play to the next level. And Happy then came after that and improved on it even more. But TeD was the guy to lead the charge. He's down 1-0 now. One map loss away from elimination. TeD would be great if he could take one map here. Put himself on the board. Of course, you know, as a retired player, going up against these pro players is really hard to do. We'll see what he's gonna do here now on map 2 on Tidehunters. Oh, and what do we see here? It's once again Crypt, Ziggurat with a late altar, which most of the time would mean Dreadlord expansion. And on this map, I think it could be pretty good. It's an easy, fast expansion to take. There's no mercenaries available for the human. Yeah, I like that choice. Could, of course, also be a Crypt Lord, but yeah, there we go. Dreadlord it is. There's definitely some bonus style points for TeD. Second time today he's playing the Dreadlord. He did it also earlier against Lawliot. That didn't go too well, unfortunately. We did see an Infernal, which was cool. But it was not enough to win the game.
Players' forces are under attack.
The Scout Footy should be an easy snack. With sleeps around, that Footman should provide a nice bit of extra experience here early for the Dreadlord. Okay. My Chrome just crashed. Cool. Cool. Sorry about that. Alright, we're loading back in, boys. Don't worry. We're not missing much. Alrighty, here we go. So, Dreadlord has been scouted, and the Scout Footy was taken out. You can see the Dreadlord used his first spell. And here we go. Fast expansion, gonna be a quick level 2 for the Dreadlord as well, and Chaemiko going for the Expo bottom left. I like that a lot. That's gonna be a lot of experience. He knows the Dreadlord is far away. It's going to be a nice big consumable as well for him. Let's grow the beast. Pretty poor. Very bad drops for Chaemiko, honestly. Gloves, gauntlets, scroll. Those are some of the worst. Oh, and I can't believe he's just running into the Dreadlord like that. Oh my god, Chaemiko. What? He knew there was a Dreadlord out on the map. He's gonna have to TP here. Wow, that's very weird. The fact that he separated his footies from the Archmage, that's a big mistake. That also exposes peasants right now. If the Archmage gets surrounded and killed, this is gonna be a huge disaster. Oh, he's thinking about it. But new militia coming in. The next Water Elemental should be ready in a bit. And there's gonna be a couple of peasants going down, but also a couple of ghouls going down. Only one peasant died so far, actually. Dreadlord holding on to his mana. Not willing to use the level 1 Carrion Swarm. Level 1 Carrion is pretty bad. Archmage making it to the shop. Probably wants to go for a Telestaff. Yeah, but losing that TP, that was a big mistake. That means the Archmage has to be way more careful now with his movement on the map. He's trying to see if he can get a cancel against the Haunted, but that's way too late.
A player's forces are under attack.
Haunted Goldmine is finished already. And the tower at the expansion is still not standing. Archmage staffing in. I like the staff position. But he is gonna possibly get surrounded here. Sleep once. Twice. Can he fight out now? Scroll the Beast has been sold. He can't use that here. One more sleep. That might be the last one. Woo! And the Archmage just barely gets away. He almost got punished hard for his mistake earlier, but he does nicely counterplay this. Quite a few ghouls went down. And that was basically the Dreadlord using all of his mana to not get that kill. Tier 2 coming up. Double Crypt. Chaemiko's tech should be a bit later here, but not by too much. Dude, Chaemiko's playing this really close to the edge. He could still lose this Archmage. If he gets around by like 10 ghouls. But Chaemiko is trying to play it careful, positioning wise. Dude, this Archmage really living on the edge. Oh my god, he almost reached for the sleep. If he gets the sleep, this Archmage is dead. Jesus. Chaemiko, though, threatening the counter surround. We all know how good he is at surrounding. Here it is. Sleep. Surround. He's got it locked in. Oh, but he's got the staff ready again. Nice. He gets out. I forgot about the staff. Tier 2 soon to finish. Blacksmith coming, a couple of towers. Dreadnought still on level 3. He definitely needs that. And what's the army that Ted's gonna go for? Playing Fiends with the Dreadlord is always a bit weird. You don't have coils to heal them, you don't have aura to kite with. And I guess also the question is he gonna play a second hero or not? To have a fighting chance in 80 supply battles, I think TeD needs dual hero at least, rather triple hero. But maybe he just wants to get level 6 Dreadlord. A little bit of an attack here towards the expansion. There's no guard towers here, so the ghouls can do some damage. And taking out the blacksmith would be quite nice, but it's actually going to survive. Archmage level 4 already. He's got so much mana regen now. He just staffs out of the sleep surround. Nicely done. Doing a lot of damage to the Expo. Killing quite a few acolytes here. Maybe even destroying the ziggurat. And he's got an invul and a heal scroll to stay in here with. And that's the problem with the Dreadlord. Without, you know, without mana, without high levels, he just doesn't do much. And ghouls aren't really the best units in the game. Especially before Frenzy. Alright, sleeps around again. But there's Invul Potion. Oh my god, there's so many ghouls dying. Oh boy. Archmage level 4.5. Not gonna commit the heal scroll. I guess that makes sense. Just gonna TP out, even saving some footies. And the same is gonna be level 4 very soon. Tier 3 tech on both sides, and I don't know if you caught a glimpse, but there's Griffin Aviaries coming up. Triple Griffin Aviary. Mass Griffins, let's go. Griffins can have real problems against Banshees and Fiends, but normally there needs to be a DK at least level 3, ideally level 4, to support them. And, okay, there's a DK now. But might be a bit late. MK second would love to find some more kills here. With a Stormbolt. Can try to, but of course DK with the coils is ready.
A player's forces are under attack.
Boneyard! Alright. That's hard to make work. Especially against Dragonhawks. But we'll see. Oh, and the footy even scouts it. Oh my god. Yeah, I think you may as well cancel the Boneyard, brother. I think the best thing TeD could do is just mass Fiends and Banshees with Fiend upgrades. But it seems like he wants to be a little bit cooler than that. Lots of gold still for Chaemiko. Also, Lumber looking good. He's managed his resources very well. Using the footies, which are now useless, to scout in the late game. That's kind of cool also. Archmage almost level 5, dude. In come the Griffins. But it's only 2 Griffins so far. 2 Griffins could easily be dealt with these Fiends and Web. Where's the Paladin? Ah, there he is. Alright, Chaemiko spending his gold, going into upkeep. Right now he's still not the strongest, but once these griffins all finish, once he has like 6, 7, 8, 9, then he's gonna have a lot of firepower, especially against ghouls, even against fiends. Upgrades are very important here, on both sides. Archmage level 5. Should be Watch Elemental. And here's the first Frostworm. The NetEase Frostworm, which looks a bit different. Because in China they don't like skeletons. Oh, Lich taking a lot of damage. Oh my god, the statue just disappeared. And so did the Lich. This level 1 coil doesn't seem to be doing enough. Paladin reaches level 2 quickly. Watch Elemental's doing a good job. I'm not sure if it's level 3 Watch Elementals. Ooh, but this Frostworm didn't do as much as he was hoping. GG is called. And Chaemiko survives into the lower bracket. TeD was able to qualify for this tournament, which was very nice, but didn't quite have the best chances against the top boys. But it was nice to see him again. Maybe for the next installment, he's gonna be back.